What's up, everyone? It's your boy Scott. Welcome to the Scott Report, and today we're here to talk about Promised Neverland Chapter 171. And okay, of course something big happened. It's Promised Neverland. Something always happens big in Promised Neverland, but this thing in particular is kind of something that I knew was going to happen at some point, and I think it's something that we all speculated. Something that we may even hoped would have happened. And so before we get further into that, of course it's going to be heavy spoilers, so if you're a subscriber, you're just dropping by for support. We're going to drop some big things, so if you don't know what's going on with Promised Neverland yet, this is going to be a major spoiler for you, so we're going to get on to that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start though. So, Lewis is back. There it is, the news is out, Lewis is back. Lewis is back, and he's back, he survived, and we kind of knew he was going to survive, or we kind of hoped that he would survive. That's what I was talking about, but I gotta be real, guys, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with I won't say that I'm not happy with the incident or what went on. I'm just a little upset about how Shonen Promised Neverland has been getting with the current events. And now, I still love the series, I really do, but it's just the way that this whole thing went down in this chapter kind of got me looking like it's going to a really predictable route, and that's something that this series, at least in the earlier parts of it, is something that this series has never been. And I guess the American translation is going with his name is Levius instead of Lewis, or maybe it still is Lewis, it's just spelled differently. I don't know. That's getting kind of weird, especially because, you know, it's no secret how we used to read this before. But anyway, the execution of Sungju and Musica, that's been put on hold by the surprise return of Lewis, who comes to expose the truth to the demons that's in attendance, and you know everybody that's left, about the evil blood that Sungju and Musica have in their veins. And he reveals that the promise made 700 years ago was based off a personal gain by the Rataris and the demons, you know, the queen at the time. And to farm humans was just a thing that they put in motion in order to keep themselves powerful. It wasn't, you know, that everybody agreed on it. It was just a majority decision that was made at the time. So we already knew this information, but now to have someone bring this to light to the rest of the demons is going to change things substantially when it comes to how things are as far as the pecking order and the society order in this demon world. Thus, Lewis drinks the blood himself from Sungju and shows to everybody in the attendance that this demon blood is a plus. Haha, get that pun. Anyway, he says this is a plus. You know, the demons, by drinking his blood, you know, it's not evil blood. You won't degrade. You don't need to eat humans. You're only going to get stronger. And with all of them in the attendance and they're just seeing this, it's kind of interesting because Lewis explains that, you know, the people with the 5 regents and all these guys, they were just following orders. So that's what he was doing all these years. And that's the part that I'm not okay with. The fact that it was Lewis who did this, because they could have used anybody else for this one. I know Lewis makes a big impact because he's still alive and he has, you know, rank. I guess him coming and revealing this is going to make him into the position to be the new king. I mean, I totally get that. So he probably did this for a power play. But the thing that kind of got me about this and I'm not cool with is just the position that this puts Lewis in as a character and where it's going to go with the story going on now as we hit to the final stretch. And of course, this conflicts me because Lewis is arguably the greatest villain in this series, even coming into the home stretch. And with that being said, this does benefit Lewis, if anything, because again, with him being back, I would assume now he's probably next in line, if I remember reading it correctly, or if I can kind of gauge what's going on. He's next in line for the royal succession. And now he wants to get rid of the Ratari side entirely and just make everything, the partnership, wipe all that out and make everything for demons by demons once again. And I know the contrast here with this is he won't be a nemesis now, and this is something that really gets me about Shonen. He won't be a nemesis to Emma now, but an ally in all of this in his own way, even if he is plotting his own things. And after all that they went through with Goldie Pond, that's just a big personal problem I have with Shonen series overall. It's like no matter how much death and carnage a villain caused with the main cast, there's always room for the villain to become an ally. And when the chips are down, they're always going to be the person on their side. You know, they'll have their own agendas like, oh, I'm not helping you. I'm just helping my situation. But you just took the most vile and villainous person in this series. I mean, this guy was running a camp just to hunt and kill humans for fun. And now you're kind of making him an ally for Emma's cause, even if he is doing it for himself, if you look that deep into it. Because, yeah, again, he's doing this to further his position and show everybody that we don't need these humans. In fact, if we drink this blood from Sungju and Musica, we're going to be stronger. I just don't like where it's going, because I know that where this is heading now that we're in the final stretch of this series, as I said at the top of things, because he's going to have a confrontation with Emma now. When he gets to Emma, he has this respect for her now where, you know, they're going to be allies. And another thing that's kind of letting me down overall with the final arc that we're getting with Promised Neverland is that I expected Rotari to be a little bit more of a threat. I mean, he still is a threat. He's plotting, he's scheming, he has all these plans. Of course, with Norman back and spearheading everything, you know, everything that he thinks he has in order isn't in order. This plan that Emma and the gang is doing is very sound. Of course, just like I said, when we saw Mama back, we knew that Mama was going to flip the script. But he's just coming off as a coward. I mean, every time you look, he's running away. He's, you know, playing possum. He's acting like he doesn't want to fight. Only have some type of plan. It's just going to get thwarted in every sense of the word. So I'm kind of like with this guy, just get to the point where either he's going to reveal that he has some type of demon blood and be some type of big bad himself and try to go into like some type of final fight, or just have this guy just like get ate by some demons or run away and get his own medicine or something. But I'm kind of sick of this guy. And when you have an underwhelming villain like this, when you're in the end of your story, it can change everything from being a masterpiece to just okay. And as people have said many times, the ending is paramount. So Promised Neverland is still high with me. It's just how they're going to end this is where it's going to be overall. And I don't know, guys. It's like the whole Rotari thing and what he's doing right now with Emma, where he knows that Emma has made the promise with the demon whose name is just scrambled. And I'm surprised in the final arc we still haven't got his name yet. He's like, well, if I kill her, then the promise is null and void. But the flow and the structure of everything and how it's been going in this final arc, I think at this point, someone's just going to come and interfere. Or again, you know, Demon's just going to turn on him. And that's really all I got. I mean, I just wanted to go ahead, get the Lewis hype going and let you guys know that even though I am hyped for Lewis being back, I'm not hyped with how they're bringing Lewis back. It's like I would have rather him came back and just been the final bad than him to come back and be an ally of sorts. It just doesn't sit right with me. And I just have to see where Promised Neverland is going to end to see how I feel about it overall. But that's it for now, guys. Chapter 171. So I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. So let me know what you guys thought of this chapter. Definitely let me know if you're sharing the same frustrations that I had with Lewis being back and how things are going with the Promised Neverland overall. And just like I said earlier in the video, it's not like that I hate the series or anything like that. It's just nothing's perfect. And it's things like this that is, you know, rearing its head right now with the series ending. That just feels a little bit off, feels a little bit rushed, and it's just affecting how things feel about it overall. And how do you feel about, you know, Rotari? I don't even remember which one he is anymore. Is it James or William? Oops, I should know this. I'm the Promised Neverland guy. But anyway, you know who I'm talking about. Rotari, how do you guys feel about him? Me personally, I'm let down by him. I mean, nothing he's done has really been that spectacular besides bringing us Norman back and, you know, revealing that he's the reason why Norman's still here and hasn't been eaten. I don't really think he's done anything big since. Anything that he's spearheaded has been probably by somebody else. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, guys. As always, if you liked the video, go ahead and drop it a like. And if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now. Just chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that. So thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.